Selly breaking down some stacking options for tonight's slate. We got a big Saturday slate. They didn't break it up. Another one with a lot of high totals. And I was kind of talking to you before here. There's numerous ways you can go. I definitely want to see lineups first because there's actually a couple injuries that might kind of not make me stack teams.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. Plus, there's tons of weather tonight that we have to worry about. So let's start here with the stack we were talking about at the end there with Houston.
Yeah, going up against Chris Tillman, another high run total for the Astros. You know, yeah, they're without Carlos Correa, but I mean, Marwin Gonzalez is going to slide in right at short. You know, Colin Moran had a really nice night last night from the left side. I don't mind him. This team is just loaded where I don't even think they're going to notice Correa being gone.
Yeah, this team is ridiculous. And I mean, Tillman's had two good starts, but like we were talking about before, I'm still stacking against him. I mean, he's just he hasn't found it. He just had two good starts. Texas has been kind of struggling this year. I think Houston's one of the top teams, if not the top team tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just look at those lefties in that ballpark. You know, Beltran, Reddick, Marwin Gonzalez, McCann, and then obviously you have Springer and Altuve. I just think as bad as Tillman's been this year, it could be an early exit for him.
Yep, definitely. The next team I like, I think, is Miami.
Yeah, I loved Miami yesterday. I was a little bit bummed with them, but I'm back. Stanton's been red hot since the All-Star break. I just look at all these guys. I mean, you know, Bohr, Ozuna, Yelich, Gordon. This is just a lot of potential here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of the prices on DK with all the other spots around, like, you know, Stanton's 5.4, Bohr's 5K, like people aren't going to pay those prices. You can get an under-owned stack here in a great spot.
Yeah, we were talking, you know, Pirates are cheap again. I think in terms of that range, they're going to suck up 30% of the ownership and GPPs with some of those big outfielder guys and first base.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at it like, you know, a lot of people would rather pay 5.4 for Springer than Stanton, or, you know, pay 5.3 for Altuve and not pay 5K for Bohr.
Yeah.
You know, to throw like another team example in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. And you know, you look at Robert Stevenson, you know, mediocre right-handed arm, been out of the bullpen for most of the season. So it's just another one where, you know, he's not going to go deep into this game. Cincinnati's bullpen's, you know, bottom 15. I think they're trending downwards. So, you know, Miami's in a good spot here, whether they get Stevenson through 5 or bullpen through 7.
Yeah, definitely. What team you like next?
I think I'm staying in that ballpark. I mean, you know, not naming cores yet, but I think I like the Reds here. You just look at some of their numbers against lefties this year. I mean, they've been really good. Joey Votto, obviously, it's lefty on lefty, but him and Duvall, both Wobo's over 400, Iso's over 300. And then you look at Zach Kozar, who's been phenomenal against lefties this year. You know, we were talking about O'Grady. You know, if this guy was anything serious, he would have been up a few years ago.
Yeah, definitely. And I think those top three are what I'm looking at, plus probably Suarez as my fourth guy.
Yeah.
You know, just to get – if I'm going to go on FanDuel. I don't even know if I can 5-man stack this team. You know, maybe Mesoraco.
Yeah, I was just about to throw his name out. I mean, I know you like throwing a catcher in your stacks, and I think he'd be maybe my fifth. It's tough. I love Suarez too.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like this another – I mean, their prices are similar to the Marlins here. I mean, you can get a game stack of this game. You can just pick one side of this game. Like you said, Pittsburgh's going to take up all that ownership. I think we get two offenses in really great spots with low ownership. I mean, that's perfect for GPPs.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's talk cores. We'll talk this Pirate side first. Jeremy Marquez, this guy, average righty at best. Another high run total here. I just look at these prices. I mean, I think on FanDuel you can make the case to fade them, but on DraftKings it's kind of tough because of those prices being priced down.
Yeah, what's the you think Polanco will probably be out tonight with that hamstring?
I would assume so. I was pissed off last night because I had a lot of Polanco, and then he gets out in the fourth. But, yeah, for some reason he's got hamstrings that are just made of jelly, so I don't know what's up with him.
So you think they probably put what? They probably put Osuna out there?
I would assume so, yeah. I would imagine that he's out there, which it's not bad.
No, that's not bad. I mean, he's got power. I mean, you're going to have Marte and McCutcheon out there, and I mean, Josh Harrison, 37. Like we talked, Josh Bell's really stroking the ball. He's 3,700. I mean, they're just severely underpriced.
Yeah, 4-hit night, 2 extra base hits for Bell. I like him a lot here at 3,700. I expect him to, I mean, suck up a ton of ownership just because he's a cheap first baseman in cores.
Yep, I agree.
So on the Rocky side, this is probably just more one-off territory for me. I love Arenado, but I think Blackman and Parra are the only other guys I'm using.
Yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with Arenado, but I mean, I don't know. Cool's just so much better against righties, and he's just absolutely terrible against lefties. So I mean, Blackman definitely. Parra, yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I like you said. I don't even think I'd go anywhere from there. Just use those two, sprinkle them in my lineups.
Yeah, I think that's how I'm using the Rockies tonight. I mean, if Cargo is anything sort of showing some upside this year, maybe take a look. I know he's been a little bit better at home. The price is tempting, 3,600 DK. They're trying to get me.
I know. I mean, sooner or later, though, we're going to have David Dahl back up, and I like playing him. So,
I hope so, man.
Nice, but what do you think about oh, wow, I was on vacation. I didn't realize Tapia got optioned.
Yeah.
Oh man, who they bring up? Or did somebody come off the DL?
Yeah, Parr was back off the DL. I don't know who their bench guys are anymore.
Oh man, dang! I liked playing him. He had in that park anybody's got power upside, and he's got stolen base upside. I really liked, and he was never priced up. Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm a little bit bummed. I don't hate this play. So like if you're punting, but Tony Wolters from the left side, I don't know, 2,800 on DK.
Yeah, I mean, we're in courts. You know what I mean? Like you can't go wrong there. And catcher's always a tough spot to pick there. I mean, sometimes you just go low and hope the guy goes yard or something. But I mean, Wolters, he might not go yard, but he might get a couple hits and score a run. And I mean, that's perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, if I get 10 DK points out of him at 2,800, that's more than fine by me.
Yep, definitely. I think next team I want to talk about here, which might rival Houston for my favorite stack of the night, is Washington.
Yeah, I'm with you in this ballpark. Facing a lefty, third base. I think if you're not playing Arenado, you're playing Anthony Rendon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like he's probably he's got to be the top guy tonight, right? At third, like the third's such a deep position, but like he's just in such a good spot.
Yeah, I love Rendon here. I think he's the move at third base. Washington's for me, it's another one where I want to see the lineup. I just don't know if I like, if it's going to be Goodwin, if it's going to be Drew, Defoe. I don't know how much I like those guys against lefties here tonight.
See, I think here with Banda pitching, I mean, if you're going with the stack, which I know people won't do as much tonight, but I feel like you throw in Harper, you throw in Murphy, you expect that if you're stacking a team, you expect them to go off. So you think they're going to get to the pen, and they have a lot of righties in the pen. You get those guys in great matchups. I mean, you're going to have Zimmerman in there. There's your four-man easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
I definitely agree with that. I mean, I think Zimmerman, Rendon are the standout righties, and then obviously Harper and Murphy.
And then maybe like a cheap like Ryan Rayburn or something.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. That's why I want to see the lineup. I mean, what are they going to do? Because I think projected right now they have Chris Heisey in the lineup.
Okay, I'd rather have Rayburn, but I mean, if Chris Heisey's 2,700 in Chase Field, so
yeah, this is kind of off the wall, but if Wilson Ramos was still here, he would be an awesome part of the stack.
I'm just looking at. I mean, there's a couple guys that'd be great. Like even Worth hasn't had a great year, but I'm looking at like Trey Turner. I'd want him in there. I mean, dude, Michael A. Taylor's been on fire this year. Like they have all the guys that in this matchup that are out, which is the reason why I don't think people are going to be on.
Yeah, I don't think so either, and I don't think people are going to be really looking at stacking this game. I mean, I think obviously Arizona last night might draw a little bit of ownership just because we had that back-to-back-to-back situation, but I think I'm more on the lefties here just because Rourke's had just those splits this year where he's been tough on righties, but really bad against lefties.
Yeah, I just feel like if I'm going here, I'm probably going some Lamb and some Peralta and moving on.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe get a Herman in the lineup, Descalso. Yeah. If that's the case, I mean, I think they're more stackable.
Yeah, but definitely, I mean, it's hard to hate on Goldie, but I mean, Rourke has been bad, but he's pretty good against righties.
Yeah. Is there anyone here that you just felt like is super contrarian off the board tonight that you like?
Man, I mean, apparently, I think it's Washington.
I think it's a stack. You're probably right. I think between Coors, I think between Houston, and just, I mean, even Detroit, Minnesota. Like, I just think.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on that, but I agree with Gibson. And who's going for? Who's going for Detroit?
Zimmerman.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. Listen, it's gonna all depend on lineups because there's so many spots tonight.
Yeah, I think Detroit, Miguel Cabrera is questionable for tonight. They're already without JD Martinez, obviously. That's a pretty bad lineup.
I know, it's
If
bad.
Miggy's out, like I don't think you can really stack it. I mean, I
No,
I get Kinsler, Avila. I think they're intriguing one-offs, but stacking probably not.
no, definitely. And I think if we're going to talk about super contrarian, like you asked, I think there is one other team that I want to maybe touch on for. I mean, no, we didn't talk about them, but I'm about to. Maybe Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm with you. They've been really quiet of late, and starting to struggle. It looks like they're going to get Sogard back. It looks like Braun's back. Those are big. I love Sogard much more in this lineup than VR in this lineup.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I never thought I'd ever say that before because Eric Sogard used to be the worst player in MLB history. But yeah,
Hey, that's a big stretch, man. Sogard's
no,
been good to me.
I'm telling you, he's been good for me this year too. But he was terrible. Like if you think Echeverria is a designated fielder, he was worse than a designated fielder. Like he's just absolute terrible. But yes, he's figured something out. I don't know if he's juicing or what, but I definitely like him better this lineup. I mean, look at these prices: Shaw 44, Thames 39, Perez 36. Like these guys are cheap. And Braun's day to day, he's 44. We'll see if he's in. But like, I I know they've been struggling, but like, talk about a really cheap way to get a GPP exposure. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. In this ballpark, I think I think there's a little bit of weather concerns, but it tapers off, so it's a matter of them waiting it out. That's going to add to a lower ownership. They're just not an offense that people are going to target tonight, and they still have just as much upside. I mean, Thames, Braun, Shaw, all around a 280 ISO against righties. Domingo Santana mashes right-handers as well, and then Sogard's leading off. I love that a lot. So, yeah, Hellickson's bad. I mean, 351 will to lefties. I love Travis Shaw. He's going to be super contrarian tonight.
And that's what I'm saying. And you look at some of their guys with the speed, with Perez, Sogard, even Santana has speed. Like Rupp is terrible at throwing out guys. Like they had power and speed upside here, and nobody's going to be on them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like this one a lot. I think Milwaukee's going to be one I have some exposure to.
That's definitely going to be my contrarian of the night.
I think my contrarian this is one of the ones that I wanted to see the lineup. It's Oakland.
Oakland left.
Yeah, Wheeler's just been so bad against lefties. I mean, he's been bad against righties too this year, but he's definitely worse off against lefties. 38% hard contact rate. I know they're trying to trade Yonder Alonso. I know he was part of the reason why he wasn't in the lineup, but Healy was out last night or left the game and Alonso came in. Like Joyce, Alonso, Lowry. I know Bruce Maxwell's got some power. Chris Davis.
I mean,
I don't know. This could be a sneaky one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, one last team I want to talk about here. What do you think? You think Tehran's figured it out, or do you think the Dodgers? What do you think about that situation?
The lefties there. Yeah, I think they're more one-offs for me than a stack, just because they're broken up in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if he's back, but Tehran's looked pretty sharp his last 3 starts.
Yeah, he has. I think like a one-off Seager, one-off Bellinger is probably the way I'd go there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, yeah, I think that's it, man. I mean, 13 games, it gave us a lot to talk about. I think we kind of went in order, basically, a little bit of how we like them, but I know you're liking Washington really should be contrarian tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having them at low ownership, and if they don't, then if they're high owned, then I have no idea what the hell else is going on.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. I think I'm in agreement with you that they're going to be somewhat lower owned. I mean, I think Rendon will be somewhat popular, but that's probably it.
Yeah, I think Rendon, which is crazy because of Murphy and Harbor. I think Rendon's the highest owned guy out of that team.
Yeah, I'm with you. So get your exposure to Coors. Great American Ballpark was the second part that we were looking at, a ton of offense in.
Yep.
So that's going to wrap it up. You can head to our DaveFantasyCafe.com, check out the great tools and content.